All right, now let's continue the discussion with Virginia Congressman Bob Good. I want to move on from Taiwan, Congressman, to Afghanistan. The Biden administration blaming President Trump for the chaotic withdrawal in 2021 that cost American lives and allied lives. Your reaction to the White House report?
The report was very disappointing in the fact that all it really said was it was Trump's fault, it was the Afghans' fault. It was a wonderful success, but it was Trump's fault, and it's blame. It's what this administration always does: blame the previous administration. When Donald Trump would not have presided over a chaotic withdrawal like this, they broke every other policy or reversed every other policy of President Trump except this policy. But then they bungled it and they made it into the disaster after this president promised that we wouldn't see a Saigon-like moment. And of course, it was an embarrassment on the national stage. It has emboldened Putin to invade Ukraine, and it's emboldening China, which is saber rattling like they weren't under the previous administration.
Congressman, former President Trump, going back to sort of domestic politics, he's not due back in a New York City courtroom until at some point in December. He was arraigned, as we know, on criminal charges on Tuesday. Are Republicans looking into the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg, and whether his moves here were influenced by outside forces?
Well, I'm glad that Chairman Jordan is subpoenaing Alvin Bragg. We need to get answers as to whether or not there was White House involvement with this. This is a DA, as we all know, who ran on going after President Trump. I guess he likes the fact that he can keep himself busy with this prosecution or this persecution because it keeps him from keeping his citizens safe in New York. There were some 4,000 violent crimes committed in the city last year that he chose not to prosecute. He's spending millions, tens of millions of dollars to go after President Trump as a political opponent for an alleged $130,000 false business record. They went after this president for, 7, 8 years now. Right. And what they've come up is an alleged, whether it's a campaign violation. The charges don't even disclose what the underlying charge supposedly was. Yeah. Is repeated 34 times over. It is a political witch hunt, and I think the American people recognize it.
The left-wing networks, of course, spent more than 650 minutes of programming this week dedicated to Trump. Virtually none to the Biden pay-to-play investigations or the GOP's agenda, which is advancing in the House. Not that anybody's really talking about it, though. How do Republicans, Congressman, how do they break through?
Well, I'm thankful, again, Jamie Comer, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, looking into the Biden crime family. You have to wonder, with the millions of dollars the Biden crime family made off of corrupt business dealings with Ukraine, how did that influence $113 billion of taxpayer money borrowed and sent to Ukraine just last year? You've got the Biden crime family making millions of dollars off corrupt business dealings in China. You got the president's son flying on Air Force Two. You've got firsthand testimony from people like Tony Bobolinsky, who said they dealt with Joe Biden in some of these business dealings. And how has that influenced the administration's policies, which, as you know, changed China from an adversary to some kind of a competitive partner? And now we've got a president who won't confront China on human rights violations. He won't confront China on the origins of the coronavirus. And much more, and it's put the nation in a very dangerous state, as you were speaking to my friend Burgess Owens about just a moment ago.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. We appreciate your insights, as always. Virginia Congressman Bob Good, thank you so much.
Great to be with you. Thank you.